Test, test. Test, test. And we're live. Yep. Oh, how are your evenings going so far? Let me get a couple of settings done. There we go. A bit quiet. I'm seeing my audio meter pretty much max out. I can bring it up just a smidge if you'd like. Audio levels are good. Okay. There we go. I relaxed by updating drawings all day. Yeah. I saw that post. Let's see, where is my stream alert? There it is. Oops. Clonk. There we go. And, all right. So funny. Any cats? Yes. One. Lettuce. You. Hi, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Hi, Murphy. Oh, Benito, too. I think numbers. Hello, hello. Let's see. If Octavia keeps up her current pace, she's going to smoke me getting to 1K subs. I think you're probably going to get to 1K before me. Let's see, what does my current rate look like? My subs have been really steady. It's just kind of like on any given day, I could go from like -1 or 2 up to, I think there was one stream where I did like 8 subscribers that were new. But what is my average pace over the last 2024 started out at 370 and we're at 740, so we've done 370 subs over about 8.5 months. 8.5, so 240, 255. So about 1.5 subscribers a day. So if we have 360 to 260 to go. So that's what 1,000, probably another 5 months ish before I hit 5K. Is that right? Or not 5K, hit 1K? Although to be fair, I have actually been like uploading videos now and again as well nowadays, so that that's at least helped get some people in that don't do live streams very much, but do like watching videos, or can't come to the live streams. I've heard a lot of people tell me, yeah, I like live streams, but you just don't stream at the time of day where I can watch, and that I can sympathize with that. Numbers, Octavia, that's a great pace, but you never know. What good video will send you over the top? Yeah, I could. Benito, I've been sort of been on Numbers Can Be Fun Discord for the better part of the day. Been uploading pictures as well. Let's see. Oh, I don't need that. Oh. Been flooding his Discord with pictures. What sort of pictures have you been giving him? Like reference pictures, or just look at this cool picture sort of thing? Murphy, one good video. You mean the videos she's been posting haven't been good? Let's see. There we go. Unfortunately, the number of views between my videos doesn't correlate too well to how much or how good I think the piece is, or how well I think I did. It's often just chance. The Imperial March video has quite a few more views than most of my other videos get in the same amount of time, because I posted it like 2 days before, oh, what's his name? Something Earl Jones. The voice of Mufasa, and also he did Darth Vader, among other things. He passed away fairly recently. But when he did, I got a huge spike in people looking for that particular piece. James Earl Jones, there we go. Thank you for that, MJ. What have you been chatting about? Let's see. NSO. She was playing NSO? What's that, Numbers? Charles, your wife came in and yelled at you for playing the Zelda music too loud, and it's actually one of the kids. I was just playing Ocarina of Time on my CRT before hopping into chat. Ooh. Oh. I wonder if Basher is still around. I didn't get to actually say hi to them. I think I do hear a lot about them, although it's usually just the popular ones. Oh, Needy Streamer Overload. Right. Yeah, don't find too many people playing Needy Streamer Overload. That's probably a rare treat when you do. Oh, why is that so high? There we go. And Ashley's still around, my friend. Oh, also, I would recommend like reloading the video or reloading the browser that you're watching this in, just so that you're properly synced up. The synchronization might be a little bit iffy if you've been here for a while. Sometimes it's worth just reloading it every hour or two, just to make sure. Because gods, the desync issues are wild. There we go. Can always fast forward too, then you get to see super fast Octavia. can always put the put videos on like 2 times play speed. Yeah, the desync issues are wild. It's yeah, ugh. On Twitch, there's no like slider that allows you to like pull it back and then push it forward again so that it resyncs. And so sometimes I'll hear the stream pause for a sec and then start up right there again, which means that for however long it's been paused, I'm now desynced. And if that's, if it's more than a second or two, I'll just reload the whole that whole stream, just because it's like, the fun of stream is being, watching it live, right? And being able to communicate live. And when that starts to get sort of when that gets desynchronized to where there's long pauses in the back and forth, it doesn't feel very good. Let's see. Check water, checklist. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Yes. Oh. Thank you, checklist. This is why we have checklists. We are going to set the camera to manual. And there we go. Streamer song list, right. Songs and queue. And we have, needy streamer overload. Also, take a look at the site MJ gave you. I'll send it to you. Had that problem a while ago. Which problem? The desync issues? Did you know that you can @ yourself? Yeah. I think the reason that you can @ yourself is because it's literally just it detects. Actually, so Holly, hilarious, comes into the stream every once in a while, right? And she's a streamer. But her previous YouTube account name was just Holly. And so often she would actually get tagged in things that weren't directed at her. It would just highlight the username. Checklist, right. We're still doing the checklist. Yes, let's see. Discord messages. Let's see. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Let's see. It shows up even if you don't @. I'm not quite sure. It might have been that it was @Holly something, like a longer username. But because it had @Holly in it, it would highlight it. There's one song, but not sure that Octavia's played it before. It's PS1 game, The Legend of the Dragoon opening. Legend of the Dragoon opening, song, sheet music. Is it Royal Castle or Reminiscence? That's all I'm seeing for this. Oh, your end froze up. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that did. I see my name showing up in orange. Yep, that definitely did highlight it. Legend of Dragoon, Reminiscence. Oh, Diesel, welcome back, welcome back. Let's see, Benito, Do you know what the opening is called? Like the track name? 'Cause I have a few here, but I don't know if either of these are the one that we're looking for. Legend of Dragoon. Oh, God, I'm misspelling things. Legend. Royal Castle, Ruined Celis, Royal Capital, Shana's Theme. Oh, cat hair. All right, let's see. What shall we do for warm-up? We want to do, maybe... I think the opening theme was, if you still believe you're looking for sheet music right now. Thank you, thank you. Bad piggies. Bad piggies? Angry piggies? Angry birds, bad piggies. There we go. Where do I request sheet music? So the stuff for pieces that I know is here, Diesel. And if you don't find it in there, I can take sight reading requests. Although it's really dependent on whether I can find good sheet music or not. Yeah. And requests made to there go right up here. If you still believe. Oh, so MJ was right. My tastes are too obscure? Well, I've got some fairly obscure things here, so, oh, to have sheets done for them. Interesting. What soundtracks and pieces did you have in mind? Murphy, today I learned that dogs, when excited, pee everywhere. Yeah, evidently that's a thing. To be fair, humans also at some point do take those resources and put them to some, more important things, like running away from the bear. So, the Flying Kipper theme. What is the Flying Kipper? See, this is the fun of stream. Because I get to learn about all sorts of... Thomas the Tank Engine. Aha. So this is not the first Thomas the Tank Engine theme that we've played here. But we definitely haven't played the Flying Kipper before, I don't think. Oh dear, there is... So there is sheet music for this, Diesel. But it's a whole score. There's... So with violin sheet music, a line of violin sheet music, another line of violin sheet music, and it just goes on, right? Then 1 or 2 pages, sometimes 10, Scores. For anybody that doesn't know what a score looks like is, so on top there's usually, what do they usually have up there? It's not violin, it's, is it flute? So orchestral, it's an orchestral order, it's standardized, right? So you have the flutes, then horns, and then, so you probably winds, brass, and then, what are they called? Not accentuations. The hitty things. So the drums, the glockenspiel, the piano technically. Not concussion. Percussion, there we go. Gods. So you have your percussion, and then you have, piano, harp, and then you have, I don't remember whether voice goes all the way at the top or goes down here. and then usually the orchestral string. So violin, violin 1, 2, violoncello, bass, right? Um, and it has one line of each of these. And then you go to the next page, and it has one line of each of them. And you go to the next page, right? So good old hitty things. Yeah, yeah. Just grow more hands. Yeah, I wish. There is a, so I actually got a wish list up finally. One of the things that I have on there is a Bluetooth page turner. So if I had that, I could technically read just straight from a score, although I'd be squinting the whole time. But it'd be useful for things that are 5, 6, 8 pages long. I can handle up to 6-ish pages on this display setup because I have 3. But like 2 pages is about the maximum before I start having to really squint. When I play, I just go by ear. I can't read sheet music. Ah. So sheet music is, so being able to play by ear is really nice because a lot of things don't have sheet music. On the flip side, sheet music is really nice because I don't have to listen to it and memorize it. I can just read it. It also makes, sheet music makes practicing the same 1 or 2 measures or 1 or 2 notes sometimes over and over again really easy because you're just reading over, half a sentence or a sentence, right? You don't have to memorize the sentence and then practice it while you're memorizing it. You just read. There we go. On the flip side, so like classical violinists get taught to sight read fairly strictly. Like we end up being probably one of the best at sight reading because all of our what are they called? When you go and play for an orchestra or something to try to get in, there's always sight reading, always. So we're trained for it. On the flip side, we aren't trained as classical violinists in improv and playing by ear very much. And so that's like a whole separate skill that you have to pick up. On the flip side, I know a lot of more folk musicians and self-taught musicians that know how to play by ear and improvise and have that sense, but can't sight read. Oh, I will be right back. Give me 10 seconds. And I'm back. Not finding any sheet music for If You Still Believe. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Using all my tricks and I came up with nothing. Oh dear. Let's see. Oh, is this another score? Yeah, this is a whole score. Oh, and the score will not wrap around. Oh dear. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oops. Kipper. Wait a minute. Did somebody really? Oh no. That's an old defunct Dropbox link. Bloody hells. Oh well. Hello, motivational. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Am I? Yeah. I don't know. It's a little weird. A little too shiny on this side. Hoi hoi! Lurky lurky, doing weird tech stuff? Okay. Have fun. Don't break your model too much. Murphy, if you don't try, you can't score. Something like that. All right, so let's do Bad Piggies for warm up, and then we can go from there. And for anybody that just hopped in, here is a link to my repertoire. You can also find it in the description. You can also find it in the posts that Nightbot makes every once in a while. If you put requests in there, they come up here. And if you don't see something on there, you can request it in chat as long as it's a soundtrack. Just chuck that over this way. Oh, let's scooch there. There we go. That's actually properly out of frame. No, it isn't. It's not quite out of frame. There we go. Oh, hi Ada. Good to see you. let's see, let's see. What can I do? I can do this. There we go. That's a little better. Check email? Okay. I will promise to do so after stream. Let me actually get that into the stream notes though. Today is what, oh god, September 21st. Nightbot's spammy? Hey MJ, does Nightbot behave itself here? Yeah. Nightbot, all Nightbot is tasked to do is send, I think the requests link every 15 minutes and maybe the, what do you call it? It's the coffee link once every 20-ish. So like if we don't have very many people commenting here, then it might stack up a little bit. But also I think it has a minimum threshold of comments before it'll throw in a link again. And let me do one. You pointed that way. There we go. That's a little better. Just Nightbot doing what Nightbot's told. It's a very good Nightbot. Nightbot in numbers stream. Am I doing a full body workout? So, sort of, kind of. I mean, that's what playing is to a large degree. Unlike on Numbers Can Be Fun's live streams, our Nightbot was misbehaving constantly. The Numbers Can Be Fun just deleted the Nightbot account completely. Oh dear, oh dear. Head pats for Nightbot? Yes. Definitely need a head pats for Nightbot little emoji. Nightbot was bad on your stream. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. It's I literally have all of its functionality stripped down to where it blocks a really short list of words, and then it posts links periodically, and that's about it. Nightbot's been well trained here at least. Well, and also maybe like given fairly restricted responsibilities, I think is more what it is. Words like meep. No, the fact that you could post that means that it isn't one of those words. If it is one of the words, it'll just delete the comment outright. And then probably put you on like a 5-minute timer, which I don't know how to make it not do, but it's a thing. There's like 3 words that are restricted. Holy meep. All right, so what do we have on requests here? Merry-Go-Round of Life. So this is a piece from Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle. This is, of course, written by Studio Ghibli's Hisaishi Joel. Oh, hello, Maris. Good to see you. All right, so here is Merry-Go-Round of Life. Was the merry-go-round of life. Let's see, let me check that. Oh, that is quite a lot of requests already. Thank you for that request, Murphy. Let's see. Even angels get emotional. Oh, welcome back, Diesel. Let's bring that smaller. Right. I forgot. Do you know the Transformers Prime theme? Transformers Prime. I don't. Let's see. Should I say you're welcome for the request, or are you just being nice? No. Thank you for the requests. It makes the stream what it is. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here, like, slowly going through my repertoire, going a little mad. Transformers Prime. Let's see. Yes, miss. That is a whole score, which I can't read. Yeah, looks like the Transformers Prime theme is doable. Let me just put in a sight reading placeholder here real quick. A Diesel, oh, God, this is terrible. You can't see it here, but number 7 is Castlevania, and then number 8 here is more the sight reading placeholder. Yes, miss. I can't just keep on giving you pets. I have to play. This isn't a cat petting stream. This is a violin stream. Oh, did you hear about they're making a sequel to Lineage 2? Well, made. Past tense? Like it's already out? I'm scared though. It looks like New World and has heavy emphasis on guilds and clans. To be fair, Lineage 2 was sort of like that too, to a degree, wasn't it? Show us the giddy? Mew, do you want to come back over here? Mew. I'm sorry, she's ignoring me. She has gotten her pets. I realized I forgot one thing. Let me do that. Cat ignoring, yes. It's terrible. to do rosin. I'm using this rosin this time because it's a little smoother. The dark rosin is a little grittier, which fits for Sophie, but adding more grit to Pinkie Pie here is, I guess, human ignoring. Yeah, Octavia, I think your kitty wants attention or hungry. They have full food bowls. I believe the water tank is still good, so probably attention. Funny to see two angels in queue. Oh, do we have Cruel Angel's Thesis as well? There it is. And Zoltrak. I was going to say that rosin looks different. Yeah. It's so that was a lighter rosin, which is standard for violinists actually. But for a lot of the stuff that I play, I wanted that grip, and also the fact that like the bow still needs rehairing. Usually, I go for the darker rosin to compensate a little for that. Usually, cellists are the ones known for using dark rosin because they need more of that grip because they've just got heavier strings to move. Official launch September 7th. Was September 17th. Or can you send me links for that later on? I really hope they brought in Bill Brown for the music. Actually, I doesn't even really need much extra context. Lineage 2 there, Shepherd's Flute, composed by Bill Brown. And the rest of the Lineage 2 soundtrack is also absolutely gorgeous. Not too much of it is playable on a solo violin in a satisfying way, but absolutely gorgeous to listen to, absolutely gorgeous to play to as well. Anyway, here is Even Angels Get Emotional from Needy Streamer Overload. Let's see. Right window. Yes. There it is. was even angels get emotional. I think that's one of two pieces from what are they called? Visual novels that we have in the repertoire. Ada, but the composers are Benjamin Botkin, Benjamin Wallfish, and the rest of the NC Sound Fifth Street music, if that's what you were curious about. Oh, for the Lineage 2 thing? I have certain words about Throne and Liberty, having seen how it went in Korea. Wait, is Throne and Liberty the sequel to Lineage 2 that War was talking about? Benito, sorry, Octavia, it's getting late for me. Time for me to get some sleep and get a live stream, but great live stream, by the way. Thank you. Night, night. Sweet dreams. Thanks for coming. Yeah, weird alt articles are saying September 17th, but maybe that's on Amazon gaming service thing. Yeah. Let's see. Check that off. Thank you for that request, Numbers. Godfather. Let's see. Can I request Journey Through the Decade? What soundtrack is that from, Miris? It has 2 weeks advanced launch if you pay into it, but general audience release is October 1st. Ah, that was beautiful as always. Thank you, Numbers. Yes, miss. I don't have infinitely long arms. Come here. Going to get itchy face for this inevitably because it's putting cat fur into the air, but worth it. Although it's not worth picking her up because that. More pets? Okay. That's all I can give you for now. It's from Kamen Rider Decade. Let's see if we can find the sheet music for it real quick. Let's see. Wait, what was the first? That's Godfather. Transformers Prime opening. Who requested Transformers Prime opening again? And then Journey Through the Decade. I'm not trying to sound dumb, but can we do a One Winged Angel? That's unfortunately a piece that doesn't sound very good on a solo violin. It really does need at least a piano, maybe ideally an organ. I could. There are other themes from 7 that I could probably make sound decent on violin. We do have a lot of other Final Fantasy pieces too. Let's see. There you go. If you sort by name, it'll just come up with all the Final Fantasy soundtracks under F. But you have organs, right? Yeah, but I don't play my organs. Just because one of my daughters is home with one of her friends from school. Wait, did I miss a message from you, Charles? Octavia MJ will send you something that'll totally explain my request. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see the previous message. Let's see, Diesel. Okay, Diesel requested. And then this one is from Kamen Rider Decade. Maris. And this goes after. Oh, we can just get both sight readings done in one slot. All right. I'll go look for that later. And in the meantime, let us play the Godfather theme. Yeah, I believe it was Godfather. Or at least he's usually one that does the Godfather. Was the theme to the Godfathers, the love theme specifically. Had it playing when one daughter brought her boyfriend home for us to meet and have dinner with. My daughter just came in saying, "Why are you playing that?" Just ominously, Charles. What if you just get like a violin and you just play it yourself? And you can just say, "No, I'm just practicing." Told her I'm not playing it. I requested it. That's honestly more in character with the Godfather than the Godfather's not going to be playing it himself. What if I palindrome all my words? I can't really read the rest of that. Then you'll break my brain? Ooh, request from Ada. Zoltrak. It's 3 pages. 4 pages. Okay. Let's see. To me, family is very important in my best Don Corleone accent. Don Corleone? Is that the actor that played the Godfather? It's frozen right now. I think the audio is going through properly though. Hopefully the audio didn't just all mash together. That would suck too. Let's see. Thank you, Octavia. Of course, Did he request Ancient Stones today? Not yet. Oops, first time I joined, nobody requested Ancient Stones yet? Oh, gods. Oh, yeah, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? Oh. That's absolutely horrible for my eyes, Murphy. Absolutely horrible. All right, let's see. Yeah, a little video stutter, but the audio is good. Yeah, that's what I found out as well. Is the video does stutter. Well, less stutter than freeze outright for like 5 to 15 seconds, but the audio does keep on going through, which is nice. Can I request an addition to a repertoire? Of course, I am more than willing to take sight reading requests. What do you have? Let me squish this, and I can fit it in here. There we go. Sorry, not sorry. MJ, my brain. Loading wheel. Loading wheel. This Saturday, see the intense action of one violin is taking requests from the world. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Which is basically what, like, flautists and violinists are told. Like, violinists get the front half, flautists get the front left corner. The promise from Final Fantasy 13. I will see what I can do. FF13. 8. There we go. And also good evening, Lance. Although I do at least filter my requests by, is it on a soundtrack? I wanted to bring the hype before I lurk, doing some project for a charity stream next week. Ooh, what's the charity stream? Oh, this next one is Zoltrak from Soul Solar Free Run, which is an anime. That was Zoltrak from Freerin. Thank you for that request, Ada. Let's see. Oreos dipped in Coke? What? Lance, you're doing 2 streams to raise money for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. That's a vaguely familiar name. Hopefully it goes well. Depraved King, what are we talking about? Let's see. Not quite sure what chat was talking about. I was just playing music. I think we were talking about Lance doing or prepping for charity streams at some point for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. Just tried some Coke Oreos, worst mistake of my life. I'm kind of surprised that the Oreo didn't fall apart in the Coke. Or maybe it did. Murphy, try Fig Newton's scotch. You do like your scotch, don't you, Charles? I think there's a bit of lag. You just finished the Cruel Angels thesis for me. Murphy, I haven't played Cruel Angels thesis yet. I think you're lagging backwards in time. But also, it's always a good idea to refresh stream every 30 to 60 minutes, just because it's streaming systems are weird and don't properly update things. Murphy just time traveled because of lag. Oh, God, MMO players know what that feels like, especially beta testing. Good gods. Let's see, Murphy will do. Also, the time for me is 11:46. Yeah, he only lagged about 10 minutes in the future. That's not bad. Which means that I have to, it's probably sit here and talk for about 7 minutes before I start into Cruel Angels thesis. Rubber banding, yeah, gods, rubber banding is so bad at MMOs sometimes. Yeah, I think with Murphy, if I finish Cruel Angels thesis in about 9 minutes, that means I have to chat for 4 or 5 minutes. So let's do that. Varen, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How's your evening going? Also, if you'd like to make requests, here is the link for that. Oh yeah, you know any good MMOs? At the moment, I don't really play any MMOs. Warren, I used to, what do you call it? Do a lot of beta testing for MMOs and also play some actual like 1.0 and later MMOs as well. This request for Lineage 2 up here, the number 2, is actually from the MMO Lineage 2, and it is requested by War because that's one of the things that we played together at some point. If anyone is time traveling, it's me, as it's 12:37 a.m. there. I think a few others may have gone a little beyond that time. So I do know that there's a few people here from beyond the eastern North American seaboard. Has anybody reached 25 requests yet? No. Murphy was definitely trying there for a little while, but both streams that we tried it, I think we got to about 8 or 10. Part of it is that like I don't just like blast through pieces anymore, right? Like I do actually have the what do you call it? I'm like almost relaxed enough to actually just sit and chat between pieces. And also there's more requests coming in nowadays, so you did it on the 2nd of October. The limit is 20. Ah. Start time traveling as you get older. Stares out the window, reflecting on past, fading from view. Is that time travel or is that just time revving the engines and engaging, faster than light travel? 4K, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you again. How's your evening going? Is it evening over there? Never can quite be sure. It's, we're sitting here chatting for another 2 minutes ish because Murphy has time traveled and evidently I end Cruel Angel's thesis in about 7 minutes. So that means that I definitely chat for another few. That is when we don't sit for an hour and chat. Oh yeah, yep. Well, I haven't hit an hour yet. I think the longest one I've done is somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. Most little just chatting sections are like 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes 20. If we get going on a really good tangent, then we can, 20 minutes is surprisingly not hard. I think starting out 9 months ago, it was it was play, right? Because that's what I'm used to. Whether it's in shows where the talking is really just introducing the piece, right? Giving context for the piece, whatever. And if I'm busking, playing at an event or just playing random street corners sometimes, then you just play. You don't have anyone to talk to in between pieces, right? Generally, people are transient. And so I'm really not used to chatting between pieces, but now it's 9 months basically have passed and gotten a little more comfortable with not taking it so quickly. The chatting is part of the stream, and it I don't try to chat for a long time or cut it off much anymore. It's just kind of let it run its course. And, that reminds me, I'm going to be at Portland Retro Gaming Expo next weekend. Cannot wait to eat Portland food again. I may or may not be there depending on my stamina. I've had to miss a lot of events, including this weekend. And, I've looked at Portland Retro, I might be able to go one day, but it's probably going to have to be a Sunday because otherwise I am going to be wrecked. If I go Friday or Saturday, I think I'm just going to lose the weekend. So that was something I played in the last few months, but I forgot about. Wait a minute. Maris. Talking about 4K. Anyone played 4K Warhammer? 40K. Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 was released really recently. So I think it's much more on the recent side of those last few months there. Space Marine 1, I think, was released quite a while ago. Oh no, but I leave on Saturday, no? Oh dear. Octavia, have you looked at the site MJ sent you? I haven't. Let me make sure that I don't break the space-time continuum and play Cruel Angel's thesis real quick, and then I'll take a quick peek. And there we go, 46 past the hour. Although, Murphy, if you could not tell me about the future next time, I'd like to not have the pressure of breaking the space time continuum if I get, the timing right, or if I get the timing wrong. Banger? Thank you, thank you. From bangers from the future? Preordained bangers. Lost Ark is free MMO, let me try it. New World, yeah. New World was the Amazon MMO, which I'm fairly sure that crashed and burned. But it's Amazon. They're not game developers, gods. Hoping to listen to someone else play will motivate me to practice for my audition. Also, obligatory banger. What sort of audition do you have going? And what do you play? I know for me, listening to others can either be motivating, in that it's like, oh, I want to play that piece. Listening to music in general, really. Or it can be, for a long while there, it was sort of shame spirally. Because, there are famous violinists on YouTube that very specifically got a start on YouTube, that I watched get bigger and bigger over the course of like 10 years when I could have been putting videos out. And like watching them, there's still this feeling of like shame. And before I got help for ADHD, got therapy for stuff, like small things like that would send me into shame spirals that would basically just lock me up in sort of the freeze part of what do you call it? Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Might be a fifth in there, but freeze is what I tended to do with shame spirals a lot. Back to the past. I don't know if Samurai Jack theme would be very good on violin. Must be something in there in that soundtrack that's good on violin, though. Let's see. So that was Cruel Angel's thesis. Thank you for that request, Maurice. I'm actually, let's see. Ancient stones. I'm gonna put this in here. Here we go. Just put it in there. You're a violinist. You have auditioned for your school's chamber in a weekish. ADHD Unite, ADD count. Yeah, ADD was the basically what they call ADHD primarily inattentive now. ADHD PI. So for anybody that doesn't know, ADHD is generally split into sort of two halves now. ADHD primarily inattentive and ADHD hyperactive, I think. And then there's C is also combined, so you can have both. And the ADHD ADD, but basically doesn't exist anymore. Got rolled into ADHD. Yeah, basically. Basically the ADD versus ADHD sort of ends up being this how does it show sort of thing. Primarily inattentive tends to be often inwardly showing. There, if you know what you're looking for, you definitely can see the list of what do you call it, symptoms laid out before you in somebody. But the hyperactive tends to get diagnosed in people more because the hyperactivity inconveniences people more. Disruptive in class, hard to rein in if it's your child, that sort of thing, right? We're getting the LGBT to sell LGBT plus treatment, the ADHD, sort of, yeah, more inclusiveness, a better picture of sort of the totality of things, and as far as I know, the root cause is the same, but the outwardly showing symptoms, the way it inconveniences people, is different. Is what it ends up being. And like I said, primarily hyperactive. Tends to be more diagnosed in boys more often. they tend to have it more often, and hyperactivity tends to inconvenience people more, right? Oh, welcome back, Basher. Oh, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, Kayer Bat. Whereas primarily inattentive tends to fly under the radar. It's often the reason that girls aren't diagnosed as often in childhood, and even into adulthood. Adults that weren't diagnosed in childhood often tend to be primarily inattentive. I suppose I don't really want to get into that particular tangent of like which exact symptoms they are, but basically suffice it to say that hyperactivity the symptoms tend to be more outward. Primarily inattentive tends to be more inward and harder to spot, and less inconvenient for people, and thus it doesn't get diagnosed. It's not less inconvenient or less painful for the person that's suffering it, often because, undiagnosed, no help, right? And with both ADHD, like ADHD in general, a lot of I've noticed that long COVID is a similar way where you're not missing a leg. If somebody is missing a leg, everyone can see, right? With chronic fatigue syndrome, long COVID, ADHD, depression is like this too. It's stuff that people can't see, but is still very real and affects your life in so many ways. And that combination makes it so that people basically attribute the symptoms to moral failings. So it's not, oh, this person is missing a leg and therefore can't walk and run like most people do. It's, look at that person. They look just fine. Why aren't they trying harder? Why don't they care enough? And that sort of thing. So yeah. I only got diagnosed in my late 30s for inattentive. Yeah, that's 30s for me as well. It's that was not a fun 2 point whatever decades. It's still trying to get out all of the trauma that it caused, and most of that trauma is societally. It's mostly like how society treated me. Are you saying long or lung? Long COVID. LONG. Yeah. Is so it's not the acute phase of COVID. It's when people start having various symptoms that are post-acute phase. That can manifest right away. It can manifest after half a year. But yeah, the good news is that I finally got finally able to see a long COVID specialist this Tuesday, and so we're trying to get me into various things to help me. And it's got a relatively broad set of things. So far, evidently, it flips human stamina paradigm on its head. Human stamina paradigm is basically, hey, we're humans. If you have this much stamina limit, you go over that limit a little bit, and it grows. And then you go over that limit by a little bit, and it grows. With long COVID, it's flipped on its head. If you exceed the much smaller limit that you have, it gets smaller. Whereas if you stay within those bounds, learn how to do that, and don't exceed those limits, then you can slowly recover from it. Other things that, so like one of the things is physical therapy, right? To get that part of it down. The other thing is speech therapy, because evidently a lot of the symptoms and a lot of the skills necessary to help somebody with long COVID, the mental, like brain fog part. Well, brain fog is a really general term. It actually, like hearing people describe it, it actually sounds like ADHD and depression and anxiety, and like all of those things, except some people are getting to experience these things for the first time, right? Like recovering from an injury. That's a very good way of saying it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like you still have to you can't just be in bed doing nothing for the whole time. You won't recover properly, right? But also, if you go out and run on a freshly splinted leg, the splinted leg isn't going to stay properly splinted. Um, but speech therapy evidently is the thing that they prescribe for the mental fog portion. So it's going to be really interesting because, like, for me, like physical therapy is interesting, learning about the body and how it works and how it recovers. But speech therapy wasn't something that I thought I'd ever be able to really get or really look into, like on the ground in situ. Um, and so this is going to be a really new, interesting thing for me. Aside from like the actual recovering part, right? Like there's the I actually get some hope of recovering from this now, and like help doing it. But also the curiosity of what is speech therapy going to look like, especially in this particular instance? So it's I'm actually really looking forward to it. MJ, need to get a chocolate and run on a splinted leg. Basically, it's about conditioning to improve. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it is recovering from an injury. You can't do you get a much smaller window of what you can do with that injured body part, including the brain, right? And you have to stay within that, but you still have to do things. And so you're sort of treading this tightrope while hopefully slowly recovering into full capacity. Let's see. Charles, you have ran on a splinted leg. Oh dear gods. My condolences. During a marathon, gods. Did your bones heal properly after that? In Professor Lupin's voice, here, take this. It'll help. It's chocolate. Wait, Professor Lupin. I only. Oh, that Lupin. Yeah. I try to forget that whole thing exists. Or, yeah, try to forget that it exists. Lupin for me is Arsène Lupin and Lupin the Third. Yeah, because, trans women. So, like, that whole thing is just, ugh. I only know the third Lupin. So Arsène Lupin is the original, written by Maurice Leblanc, I think. Way back, right? And the Lupin III is canonically his grandson. There were some legal battles about it, but the whole family was doing the marathon, so you did it anyway with the splint. Gods, ow. So okay, so there's let's talk about transphobia and Harry Potter and all that. So there have been people in the past, like the writer of what's the Eldritch Horror series with Cthulhu and all that. He was racist. You can see the racism in the writing and all of that. But also, he's dead. He can't use his influence to spread his racism. He can't fund racist groups, etc., and so people are able to split off the author from the works, and so it doesn't feel icky, right? Oh, Mese. Hello. Welcome. We're on a slight tangent, and then we'll probably start back up playing these various pieces here in a few minutes. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah. Perfectly normal person, H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, no, it's once you start seeing the racism in his work, it's just like, oh gods. But with Harry Potter, the thing is that she's still alive. Every, really, from the smallest bit, every mention of Harry Potter, everything that promotes the work in any way, obviously literal sales that give her money, all of that gives her influence. And like, she's very on the record about, but look at all this money I have, and therefore I'm, all the things, people must support what I'm saying. And she's currently actively working on a large scale, both to influence people and governments to do various things that contribute to the genocide of trans people. And it's so for me, it's a basically I don't play music from it. I don't talk like, by the way, I've read all the books. I read the books as a child, right? So like this isn't, oh, that doesn't matter. It's I liked them when I read them. But the reality is that I can't support it in any way because the author is currently using her power, whether that's social capital or whether that's actual literal money, which is power in this world, to absolutely fuck over trans people, right? And so, like, even before I figured out I was trans, it was fairly icky, and it's something that I stayed away from. And now, especially knowing, oh shit, I'm trans, it's something that is also a self-defense as well as defending people like me, right, in my community. It's not that Rowling is a horrible bigot. That, like, she is, but that's not the important part. It's that she's still actively profiting from her work and using that influence to hurt innocent people. Yes, absolutely that. We cannot split off the author, the artist, from their work in this case, because the artist is directly profiting from it and using that influence to then oppress people. Thus, backward songs make a lot of money also. One of these days, I'm just literally going to actually write a song backwards. I don't think I can sight read that backwards. It's just the training I don't think is just there. But one of these days I will actually write out a song backwards and play it when you request it. Anyway, that was my Harry Potter and why I do not play the gorgeous music that John Williams wrote for it. I don't play it ever. I don't listen to it. I don't talk about the books. I don't look at the art. Just fuck it all. And if you're looking for interesting magical books, then Terry Pratchett is actually a wonderful, wonderful author. Same British, right? In fact, unfortunately dead. Much older than a certain Rowling. But his writing is filled with this insight and care for people, both on the individual and humanity as a whole, that it's a pleasure to read. And it's not, he has insight into, or he shows insight into the human condition that I rarely see. Another person that I can think of that really had that sort of insight, as well as that sort of influence. What's his name? George Carlin, Grandpa Carlin. Not my grandpa, but and like that knowledge, his compassion for people and the knowledge and insight that he had made him fairly angry and, sort of, he has a resentment for the unfairness of the world. Terry Pratchett very much has that, but his writing doesn't come across as angry. It comes across as very insightful and compassionate and also really, really fun. So yeah, the Discworld series is an absolute treat. They're relatively short books, like 150, 200 pages. And there's various mini-series. You don't have to read one particular book to get into the next. I just pick books at random. Follow certain characters around through the series. It's a ton of fun. We're very much looking forward to the day we can actually be fans of Harry Potter again, but today is not that day. Yeah, it's give it another 50, 70 years. Never go by what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside that counts. Yeah, that is sort of, yeah. No, not Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman? All right. That was an interesting little tangent. So next we have a shepherd's flute and concerning hobbits, which are gorgeous, gorgeous Celtic pieces. We have ancient stones from Skyrim, which sort of fits that mood. And then Marble Gallery from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I don't remember what it sounds like, so we'll see how it goes. I have some sight reading requests and file select from SM64. Anyway, trans rights, yes. My dad has some Terry Pratchett books. I'll ask him about borrowing them later. Yeah. It's your local bookstore, your local library. They will all have them. It's a very, very well known, series, and also Water Reminder. Also, if you like my music, if you like my rants, press the little likey button to tell YouTube that you do. Subscribe. And also, if you'd like to support me financially, I've got the little coffee link actually in frame now. It doesn't even have to. I don't even have to send people to chat or to the description or anything. I just go. It's right here. Public libraries are absolutely awesome. Don't see trans people, simply just people. Ideally, that's sort of the world we want to get to. But yeah, just treat them as people. And if you find like we grow up in societies, most of our societies are, that's queerphobic, transphobic, racist, ableist, all these things, and we get ingrained with little bits of these to lesser or larger degrees, and we got to spend our lifetime just picking them out, making sure that we get better as people. All right, here is Shepherd's Flute from the Lineage 2 soundtrack. This was written by Bill Brown and is the theme for the Township of Dion, which is it's a fairly low-level town as Lineage 2 goes, but the music was gorgeous, and so I tended to stay there a lot. was Shepherd's Flute and Concerning Hobbits. Thanks for those requests, War. Lord of the Rings music's so good, though, Varen. Let's see. Varen, I'm trying to convince our conductor Les to do Lord of the Rings music. It's not going well. How? The Lord of the Rings is such good music. Murphy. Oh, you got to actually see somebody as an egg, and then after they were out, and actually, yeah, and see how much better mentally, like, yeah, they were afterwards, after the transition. Yeah, it's, for me, it's, from about the time that, like, I hit puberty, to when I, was actually able to go through second puberty. I felt like a husk of a human, like absolute husk. Literally was never in that whole span of time, like voluntarily thought about what future me would look like. Like that was one of the turning points when I knew both the transition and also the help for ADHD was working. Is that I voluntarily thought, what sort of person do I want to be in? I could actually see myself in the future. I looked forward to a future instead of just, being a husk of human, just existing and hanging on. I actually get to live now, which starting life again at this age is a little iffy, but, still got plenty of decades left. We've had puberty, yes. But what about second puberty? Pippin, probably, yes. Lord of the Rings backwards songs. Rings of Power has me tearing my hair out. Yeah, that's God. Oh, Rings of Power. It's Amazon again. It's Amazon. They think they can just throw money at things and create good art, and you feel called out, War? Become your best self? Yeah. Well, become your true self is really what it ends up being. All right, let's see. Ancient Stones. Wife had a big influence too, because she's a Trekkie. Yeah. I don't know what the characters are, but there's a scene in one of the Star Trek series where, somebody meets their old friend again and says, "It's good to see you, whatever name," and that friend goes, "Oh, that's it's not my name anymore. My name is this," and they just don't skip a beat. Just, it's good to see you. Their true name, right now, and like that is just such a model way of dealing with having somebody come out to you and go, "Hey, this is actually my name." It's no waffling about, no, it's going to be hard to remember and this and that. Oh, I'm going to have to mourn the person I thought I knew. No, just, it's, thank you for telling me. And it's good to, maybe meet you again is, a good way of saying it, but it's, yeah. Jazia, yeah. Yeah, that's the name. DS9. DS, what does DS stand for? Varen, the forest guy in a desert. Wait, what's, oh, gods. The writing is half to us. Tom Bombadil's living in a desert. Let that sink in. That's, gods, what the, Deep Space, Deep Space. Deep Space Nine. That makes sense. Ancient Stones. Where is Ancient Stones? That is not my sheet music. That's screenshots. Yes, that's my sheet music, but that's not my custom arrangements. Oh, I also have a new custom arrangement. I might play it later. I don't know if I quite have enough practice in it, but I think I mostly do. We'll see how that goes. All right, so here is Ancient Stones. This is from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Should be familiar to anybody that's taken more than a few steps in Skyrim. That was Ancient Stones from Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The naming is just being accurate as long as I'm referring the big hang up on being trans to view people as fluid, always changing beings. Put simply, do you want to cause that person harm? Do you want to cause them pain? So for trans people, those names are associated with years and years and years of pain in various forms, up to and including abuse, right? And so, like a seated bow, while making sure not to bonk my mic. So yeah, that's another thing is having a dead name, an acronym, outed, right, can be dangerous for trans people. There are trans people that go through life just not telling anybody that they're trans, because there's so much abuse towards trans people, and people treat people differently when they learn they're trans. Your view on the topic doesn't always represent how you behave. Yeah, that's right. Yep, it's you can hate somebody and still treat them with kindness and respect and not oppress them. So this is very much about how you act. Although for a lot of people, having thoughts and actions being consistent with each other is the easiest way. And the request options, the site reading request, a score we'd send, or do we add a note or something? Generally, you put it in chat, and then I just write it down, and I just look for some sheet music. I can't do scores yet because I don't have a little page turny foot pedal thing. But if you can tell me the soundtrack it's from. So in the case of Concerning Hobbits, right, you would tell me, can you play Concerning Hobbits from the Lord of the Rings soundtrack? And that'll allow me to usually track down sheet music. There's pieces that I haven't been able to get sheet music for, or that need custom arrangements for me to make sense of certain things. There's some like piano arrangements that are just gobbledygook for me because there's so much going on that I can't actually pick out what I would need to play on a violin to make it sound good. But on the whole, I think our ability to get sheet music is probably about 70-80%. And then 70-80% of those tend to sound like we tend to get an arrangement that actually sounds good. You're thinking about lunch? Wait, what? Test drive from how to train your dragon one. Also, I think Maris requested something as well, right? Maris. Wait a minute. There it is. Hobbit. Something about Castlevania. There we go. Castlevania, Harmony of Dissonance, Sky Chapel, custom arrangement for this? Maybe. So with custom arrangements, I sort of have to be in the mood for it. Sheet music is not what I do for fun. Practice is actually really fun, and performing is really fun, but the arranging part is not very fun. Let's see, Varen. Can you play Test Drive from How to Train Your Dragon? Yes, and it might be lower on the list. The current site reading is Transformers Prime Op and Journey Through the Decade. And maybe The Promise? I don't remember where that one was. Rhoda, welcome to the stream. Test drive. Oh, my fingers. Tasty PB banana and honey. Ooh, that sounds so good. It's PB and honey is definitely how I like my peanut butter sandwiches, with the bread toasted so it's not like super soft. I think I need a minute. So I am so freaking pissed at the human monster things that are sexist, racist, blah blah blah. Be back eventually. Eventually. Okay. Take all the time you need, Murphy. Oh, there it is. Phenomenal, massive, gigantic, fancy peanut butter and banana sandwich. All right, so let's see. We'll play Marble Gallery, and then we'll do a few sight readings, and then I think the next round of sight reading goes after My Neighbor Totoro. People just eat untoasted bread. It just doesn't make sense to me. Untoasted bread can be good for some things. Oh, I did promise to look at something, didn't I? Let's see. Let's bring it out this way. Then, there it is. Toasted bread is best bread. I'm with. It's like toasted bread is really interesting because it's re-toasting an already toasted thing. What does untoasted bread do that toasted bread can't? I do not see an email. Oh, the cosplay. Oh my. Oh my. That. All right. That's convincing. That is a convincing cosplay, Charles. Unless the bread is good as better toasted. It does depend on the type of bread too, doesn't it? Although it's freshly baked, basically toasted. Hey, Vivian. Good to see you. We're talking about all sorts of things. Also, I got to see a what do you call it? A picture of Charles dressed up in Godfather cosplay. So we played it earlier, and he was talking about requesting his daughter coming in and asking him, "Why are you playing the Godfather theme?" And he was saying, "I'm not playing it. I simply requested it." All right, let's see. No more dawdling. Marble Gallery. Do I have this? Marble. There we go. Is this the right one? Not quite. Is this the right one? Yes, this is absolutely the right one. It's both. Bread really can work in both ways, depending on what you're doing. It's kind of like what sort of noodles you use depending on the dish, and some are better in certain dishes. Jay, I have to pick up some musical equipment around noonish, but other than that, I can be kind of open to help with NAS stuff. Oh, for Vivian's NAS. All right. Here is the Marble Gallery from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Was the Marble Gallery. One of these days, I'm actually going to play Symphony of the Night and figure out where these tracks play. Thanks for that request, for. So I have 2 sight reading requests that I'm going to go through out of the 4 here. Transformers Prime opening. See, I don't know why Marble Gallery didn't click in my head until now. One of my top three Symphony of the Night songs. Ah, I think Marble Gallery's been played before. Yeah, yeah, it was actually in my repertoire. Pardon. Wonder if Vox Machina has a decent OST. Castlevania songs are like Blood for a Vampire. Without them, I can. If you play a Symphony of the Night, try out the Saturn version, maybe. Oh, can't live without them. Okay, there we go, there we go. Your keyboard seems to have betrayed you, 4K. I can. Rhoda, I love buckwheat noodles. Yeah! Buckwheat is really nice. It's, in the summer, Japan tends to do, either soba or, somen or hyamugi, which are, somen and hyamugi are both wheat-based thin noodles, whereas soba is the buckwheat noodles, and that's usually my go-to. But I mean, for both summer and winter, but especially in the summer, it's just a lot. And especially Japanese summers tend to get like really, really muggy. If you've lived in like tropical or subtropical areas, probably places along the Gulf of Mexico would come to mind. Those hot, humid summers where like you go outside and the air is basically like pea soup. You're hardly walking through it. You're sort of wading through it. That's how summers in Japan are. And unfortunately, it's pretty much from sun up to sundown. And it drains your stamina and it drains your appetite, which is a dangerous, dangerous combination. So Japan, a lot of hot areas will have spicy foods. So Japan, curry is one of the things. Also spicy cold ramen or spicy hot ramen, really. And but the other thing is, so those spicy things, the smell stokes your appetite, right? The other way to go about it is cold noodles. You don't need an appetite. You just, it goes down really, really easy. Yeah, and as much as I adore curry, cold noodles tended to be my the way that I dealt with hot Japanese summers. Give me the soba. Rosin time? Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's 2 hours, 14 minutes in. Oh god, so we still have a lot of requests to get through. Yum, 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 yum. Let's see, how long do I want to go for tonight? Maybe 3 and a bit, 3.5, depending on how my body holds up. It's been really, 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 really tired the last good part of the week. 10, 12 hours of rest needed per day, that sort of thing. So we'll see what the body says. And the good part about stream is that if my body says, hey, I need a quick rest, I can just chat. That's it. We've done a fair amount of chatting this stream, so I want to actually get a good amount of, what do you call it? Get a good amount of playing in. There we go. Especially because girls gave away all my Cheetos to Stella. Is Stella one of the other kitties? Today I got to put in actual earrings for the first time? That's what that was. Congratulations. Cold noodles with watermelon? I don't know if I've ever heard that before. I mean, we've definitely done like, bath chilled. By bath, I mean we use the bathtub, put a bunch of water, and then put the watermelons in there to chill. But noodles with watermelon, I don't know if I've ever heard of that. So it would be a considered kitty, a skink kitty, a skunk. A skunk. It's definitely not something that you hear very often. Yes, sir. Do you need help? Do you need assistance? Do you need a place to sleep? Oh, right. This is supposed to come off during stream. There we go. I have desk space now because the cats need desk space. So I forego the wrist rest on the keyboard because I'm not going to be sitting there actually typing the whole time. Daughters are feeding a skunk at the moment off the back porch. Oh, that is wow. I mean, I've heard of a lot of things. Whether that is balance, you're going to have to scooch a little bit this way, okay? A little bit this way. I'll give you a little bit more room. There we go. Yes, sir. There's a void in the corner. For those that aren't acquainted, this is Balbs. This is my void with eyes and teeth. Cute little vampire teeth when he especially when he's up this way. You know, I can really see just the little teeth. And he does nom with them every once in a while, but not nom hard. And nibbles. Balbs. I cannot see chat through the void. I've tried. Often. Don't worry, I can't see chat through Aurora either. Silly hands not typing what I tell them to. Do you think Castlevania songs are hard to play? Really depends on the piece. There can be a lot of accidentals. Is honestly my only real not sticking point, but is the actual pieces themselves aren't particularly hard if you practice them. There's the really famous what do you call it? And like faster passages like that can be a little tricky, but give it a week or two of solid practice and it'll be fine, right? Sir, I can't see the chat through your rump. Well, his back, really. Bloody Tears, yeah, that's the one. I'm moving chat so that I can see it. How many dissonant songs are too dissonant? Bloody Tears, yeah, that is the track name. My security system just notified me of a person in my backyard. It was not a people, it was a crawling thing making a home in my camera. Oh dear. Hopefully it wasn't a spider. Alright, so this is the opening theme to Transformers Prime by Brian Tyler. And with sight music like this, I am wholly unfamiliar with the music. And so, no guarantees. But we'll see what we can do. Let's see. That's a little better. That was the theme to opening theme to Transformers. Whoop. I wonder. So if it's there and I bring it up this way, will it sort of? Let's see. Oh, is Charles going? Oh, Charles, you going to bed? Okay. Night night. Take care. And sweet dreams. sorry about that. So that was the opening theme to Transformers Prime. I think Diesel D requested that. And after that, we will get to Journey Through the Decade from Kamen Rider Decade. I don't know if I can find sheet music for this. Yeah. Transformers Prime sounds like typical D&D music people will play, in my opinion. Yeah. It could definitely pass as that. Definitely. Oh, Bound is sitting there just purring into the, Wait, is the... No, the sound... I was gonna say, the preamp isn't warm. It doesn't warm up, so... Yeah, I'm sorry, Maris. I can't seem to find sheet music for Journey Through the Decade. Such a good boy? Yeah. Whereas we can find sheet music for Promise, which is evidently a piece from Final Fantasy XIII. I believe Ada requested this earlier. Unfortunately, certain things aren't staying up as they should. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, how about any sound from Kamen Rider Diva? Yeah, we can try that. Kamen Rider Diva. Do you know what the main theme is called? Is it Hisou no Shirabe? Rhoda must sleep. Take care, each and everyone. Okay. Night night, sweet dreams. Wait a minute. Oh, still have a request in queue. Sorry we couldn't get to them today. Let's see. Maris, is this the right one? Oh, I'm gonna do my Japanese practice? Oh yeah. That'd be good. I guess so. Let's play this and see what it does, see how it goes. I think this is music from... Oh, absolutely that? Okay. This is music from Kamen Rider Diva. Kamen Rider is a series in Japan that is sort of the, I guess, Sentai anime is a good way to describe it, possibly. But real people in real suits, and like full top to head to toe suits, doing cool stuff, is sort of the well, no, they're not anime. They're shows. yeah, Sentai shows. Sort of in the similar vein as like Power Rangers ish, I think. As well as like Godzilla, sort of fits in there as well. Although that's more like Beasts. Sentai's more Power Ranger like. They have the team, while Kamen Rider is mostly slow. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely the main difference. Haru, hello, hello. Good to see you. So I'm just I was just about to play a piece called Hisou no Shirabe from Kamen Rider Diva. That was Hisou no Shirabe from Kamen Rider Diva. Murphy, it's already 1 a.m. Let's start for the sleep and activity. Night night, Murphy. Take care. Sweet dreams. I am keeping that. I like that. Rider Diva. Banger? Yeah, it really is. And next up is Promise, which is a piece from FF13, I believe. Is this okay? 2 pages, good. Very melodramatic. Very violin. was The Promise from FF14. Oh dear. Mic stand is sagging. Give me just a sec to clear this up. Hopefully that'll work for both voice and for violin. And hopefully you actually stay put. Yes, miss. Pets now? All right. Pets. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. That was The Promise. And thank you for requesting that, Ada. I'm actually going to put that in my repertoire. Sheet music, there it is. Just remembered recently that Kiva. Kamen Rider Kiva. Not Diva. Kiva. So, there we go. Let's see, what do we have next? There's the interface. Sorry about that. Let's put sight reading down here as well. Sight reading. Placeholder. Next one is about here. Murphy went to bed, right? Or, yeah, Murphy went to bed, Rhoda went to bed. Move those for expediency. All right. And we'll put inside the castle walls here. Oh. And you went to Japanese practice? Manny went to bed. Yeah, it is that time of night, isn't it? Actually, let's do a last call here. Because I just realized we're at 2 hours 42 minutes. And in my current physical state, I don't want to push past 3 hours too much. So yeah. Oh, actually, I know what I can. I don't know what I can do. I don't have any weights to hang. Ada, you're still lurking. Good job on props. Thank you, thank you. Glad you got to hear it. It's a gorgeous piece. Like I said, I'm adding that to my repertoire as soon as I get the chance. In the meantime, let's do file select and inside the castle walls. This one's one of Lance's requests. This is from Super Mario 64. For anybody who has played it, this is instantly recognizable. It's basically the first two pieces that you hear, except for the opening. So yeah, if you haven't played Super Mario 64, highly recommend. Oh, right. Is it your request time? Yeah. It's request time and also last call. So if you'd like to put in one more for the night, now would be the time to do it, and then I'll cut that off, and we'll put the SM64 staff roll at the end and play that out. Yes, miss. More pets again so soon? That was Inside the Castle Walls and Voselect from Super Mario 64. Yes, miss. Demanding today, aren't we? Hello, Aurora. Do you need space on this side? Or are you just here to demand pets as well? Get a beautiful violin and a ballad from a cat. I already put in a request earlier, so I won't double up. Okay, that works. Those two. Cat. Kind of concerning that I can do that. Miss, please don't rub your face all over the monitor. I do need that to stay relatively still. Other way. Come on. This way you go. There you go. Oh. Are you gonna be there, Aurora? Oh, cats. I need to do. Wait a minute. Did I do? I did do rosin again, didn't I? Yeah. Good. I did. For a sec, I was afraid I hadn't done rosin. Country roads. Let's see. So most people, I think, know this from John Denver. He wrote the original. This is an arrangement that was done by Hisaishi Joel for Studio Ghibli's Whisper of the Heart. It's a little more, a little less country, a little more cozy. Here's Country Roads from Whisper of the Heart. There. Yeah. There we go. was Country Road from Whisper of the Heart. Thank you for that request, MJ. Do we have all the requests in already? Lance, would you like to put in another one before the Oh, Octavia set off a tiny car alarm. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's so I have a little that was this. And basically any turn of the knob starts the timer. So I think there was some Aurora shenanigans involved in starting that. And I thought I was hearing something out of my violin or like a car alarm out there. Only to realize that it was in front of me the whole time. Thank you, of course, of course. Thank you for the request. Oh, rocking too hard? Oh, I set off an alarm clock as I was rocking too hard? That'd be something. That would be something. I think this one was Murphy. Does anybody else want to put requests up for the last call? Oh, good. Okay. And then let's see. All right. Let's see. We have 6 pieces for the last call. Yeah, we're on last call. Last call. Last call. Would you like to put something in? Gonna end the day with that sweet chocobo theme for my theme song of the staff roll. Staff roll credits. Didn't realize. Can I put one last call? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Otoya's Etude from Kiva too. Otoya's Etude. Otoya. Let's see if we can find it. Wait, I wonder if it's. Oh, interesting. There's a version of this that's that has the whole violin part, like the fingerings are written in for every single one. That's interesting. Probably that's gonna be more distracting than anything. That's gonna be a sight reading. We already have one in here. Test drive. So Otoya's Etude. Kamen Rider Kiva. Verse. There we go. And let me look up test drive real quick as well. Test drive how to train your dragon. That's 2 pages. That is also 2 pages. Is this? No, it's 3 pages. Test drive? Yeah, that is. Okay, good. All right. So let's do. Oh, we did country road. So we're actually gonna do sight reading now. First one is test drive from How to Train Your Dragon, and then we'll do Otoya's Etude after that. Give me just a sec though before I do that. I will be back in 20 seconds ish. There we go. All right. First here is test drive from How to Train Your Dragon. That was test drive from How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, Japanese practice. My cat is snoring on me. Kitty snoring is best snoring. God bless kitty snoring kittens. Balbs does sometimes too. Just one sleepy animal. Oh. I was so sleepy. I slept most of the day. That was really fun, though. That was a request by Veron. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but definitely something that I could put in my repertoire. Like, there's one or two transitions that I need to polish up, but otherwise that is very, very playable. There was it added a sharp, and then it added another sharp in the middle of the piece, but I was vigilant enough to actually catch that, so that was fun. Training Dragon with this one. All right, and then after that is Otoya's Etude, which is going to be interesting. Yes, miss? What is the tempo for this rubato? All right. That was Otoya's Etude. Thank you for that request, Miss. It's actually really fun. Like, that was a fun sight reading challenge, too. Becoming Vampire Emperor, this one? Is that what Otoya's Etude is for? All right, so we can check off the sight reading today. Theme of love. I believe I have this over in the sheet music. Oh, and before I forget too much longer, if you like the music, if you like my random rants, click like on the video. Also subscribe. Both of those help me a ton. If you'd like to help me further and support me financially, I've got this link over there. There we go. And you can do it just once. There's also a monthly option if you click a different tab. I've defaulted it to one time because I don't want people to mistakenly do monthly. But yeah, if you'd like to join as a member there and do monthly. At this point, I don't actually have anything for monthly patrons. Mostly because I want to keep music accessible as possible. It's very much a traditional patron of the arts sort of style. I have custom arrangements of sheet music that are available on the Ko-fi, again, to anybody. And of course, the requests don't cost anything. So, nope, totally forgot about what happened in that Kiva movie. Miss, if you could please not rub your face on... Yes? You need pets? The reason I'm doing like this is because I don't want my rosin-covered fingertips to... I don't want to get rosin on my cats, and also I don't want to get cat fur on my fingers. The second one is actually the real reason. Or at least the short-term reason. Kitty checkup. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So theme of... Oh, right. That's what we were doing. Hi, Babs. Final Fantasy IV. Theme of love. Oh, before we do the Chocobo theme, I'm gonna play a piece that isn't on the list. So this is the theme of love from Final Fantasy IV. I'm gonna get my keyboard out from under Aurora. Oh, there we go, reverb. That was the theme of love. There we go. Thanks for that request, Vivi. So we have the world, and then I'm gonna play a piece after that, and then we'll do the chocobo theme and then the staff roll. Valves. Sorry about that. That's a desiccation packet, and not for kitties. Nope. No going after the desiccation packet. That was the world, accompanied by Balbs digging up and chowing down on a desiccation packet, which I have in a bowl somewhere buried under everything else in the bowl, by the way. It's like 8 packs down in the bottom. Um, yeah. uh, I am so glad I had my eyes open, because I do not want a um, animal poisoning incident live on stream. That would be wonderful. You do not eat. All right, so this is something that I cooked up last night. Actually, I was um, oh, chatting with some friends in the rather late hours of the night, and I was like, you know what? This one's needed an arrangement for a while now. So I've played it before. This is Big Blue from the F-Zero soundtrack. I've definitely played it off of like a or a piano score at some point in the last 5 or so streams. Um, but it actually has an arrangement now. I don't know if it's quite up to par in terms of being able to just perform it willy-nilly and not like actually list it on my repertoire, but soon. And for anybody sleeping to my stream, my apologies. You may dream of going 600 and some odd kilometers an hour down a track with like 20 some odd other racers in full 60 FPS. It's glorious. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's getting a little, yeah. Not fast enough for my dreams. Gotta zoom. Big Blue, more like Big Banger. Yeah. This has been one of my my favorite pieces for God's ages. I didn't know about F-Zero until F-Zero X music got featured in Smash Bros. Um, and from there, it's just especially the second part, the right, like that part is just so good. So I wanted to arrange this for actual, actual literal decade or more. Can I say decades now? I think I can say decades now. Um, Big Blue and Mute City are the bangers from the original soundtrack. Yeah, yeah. Mute City is definitely my other favorite. I don't know how well I can get it to work on violin, but I'm glad I'm at least able to get one of them to work now. This is, absolutely like one of my dreams. Whew. Okay, let's do Chocobo theme, which is not quite as drivey, energetic but not drivey, and then we'll do staff roll and then call it a night. God, 6 minutes to midnight. Holy cow! I'm glad I called last call when I did. Mute City's super good too. Yeah, it really is. All right, so here's the Chocobo theme from Final Fantasy III. That was the Chocobo theme. Thank you for that request, Mats. Quack, 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 quack. My PSP wants to give up. No, both audio outputs are borked. Oh dear. Yeah, the headphone jack has been broken for quite a while. Yep. Staff rolls, all that's left. To be fair, that poor PSP is going on how long? It's a PS2 era device, right? PSP hanging on for dear life? Yeah. I think Vivian and was it Ada or was it Holly? Are like the only two that I know that actively use their PSP nowadays. Alright, so this is the Super Mario 64 staff roll. Don't know if there's much to say, except enjoy. Alright. Oh, thank you, thank you. That was the staff roll from Super Mario 64. Today was quite a stream. Feels like I dawdled a lot between pieces, but it also felt like we played a lot of different interesting pieces while only drinking that much in 3.5 hours. So here's a water reminder to all of y'all. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Definitely a lot of sight reading requests tonight. Even a few that I might be able to add to the repertoire. Oh yeah, water's a thing. Thing that yeah, it's good for you to drink. I think tonight I probably won't have stretching time. It's already midnight, and I don't want the stream to be going until it's midnight 30, or not midnight. 01:30. That would be little long. As much as we've done 5 and 6 hour streams before, I think most of them I try to keep right around midnight in terms of the ending time. And, how does the violin sound in terms of through the filter, both voice and violin? Now the distance from the violin today I think was a little low, and so the volume might be a little low. Just a smidge, but we have most things fairly maxed out in terms of sending signal. I could bring it up just a smidge, but I think we start getting into clipping problems at this point. Violin came through very well. That's good to hear. Any noise issues? It was definitely closer to the computer than before. It was also closer to the monitor than before, and down lower than usual, which can create weird acoustic phenomena. I forgot what the exact term is, but if you have a flat surface that's fairly nearby that just goes directly into the mic, you can get these weird patterns that you can see if you actually analyze the what do you call it? The waveform, I think. But seems like violin's better than it has been. But yeah, then you turn it up just now. It's clipping a bit. Okay. Is this a little better? I've usually I try to keep it in like the top 15 decibels. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an in-ear monitor where I can just monitor the clipping. It's like I can monitor it via a couple of things. My preamp has a green light that goes red if I clip. Obviously, I've got the output here, but there's also the mixer which can clip by itself. And send clipped signal through, even though like I'm nowhere near actually maxing out the signal that's being sent out, I think. With reverb, yeah, with reverb it's not too much worse either. Yeah, that's clear. Okay, then I'll just I'll keep everything 0 decibels and below as usual. As putting it up here is starting to clip, right? And 0 is like no attenuation, and then from there it goes -5, -10, etc., etc. Yeah. Wish I could give like I don't know something to increase the grip on this a little bit. So if you look, so it swings up, right? And so it actually wants to swing down due to gravity. Sort of stays right there, I guess. But yeah, here's some distortion when you raise it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So the cool thing about the little coffee thing that I put over here is that if somebody puts in a donation, it actually says, "Hey, donation from somebody." So it's yeah. Teflon tape. in a joint. Teflon tape. I will put that down. Teflon tape for mic stand. In the joint. So actually in. So one on the outside ring and another layer on the inside ring of Teflon, so that it's Teflon against Teflon, or Teflon against metal. Like putting the Teflon around the core and then letting it slide into the socket. Oh, snug it up. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Unfortunately, so normally with on the just under the joint of a mic stand, where you can pull it up and extend the main stem of it, there's usually a little thing that you can screw either looser or tighter, and that is completely gone, and was completely gone by the time I got this thing. This poor thing is beat to hell and back. As you know, I was having problems with this sagging a little bit too, right? Even though it was as tight as I could get it. So, but it's hanging on. It's doing its job. And actually, with the sagging problem, I can probably put a weight at the other end of this to give it a little, so that it doesn't, what do you call it? So it doesn't sag. Yeah, that's yeah. Definitely. Ooh. Oh, tired. I don't know if I'm sleepy yet, but tired. Definitely feels like I played a solid stream. I'm glad we have the other lighter rosin too, because it definitely fits this a little better. Gives a little less grit and a little more of the smoothness that is sort of the sound of a classical violin. Really, we tend to go for that nice, smooth, silky sound. That should work too. Yeah, it's so the sagging problem and this rotational issue are two different ones. So the sagging problem, I can figure out a way to tie some more weight to the end there. And then the rotational problem, I can hopefully Pinkie Pie was sounding very good tonight. Yeah, it's and like I'm getting used to playing her a little bit more. Is like the way you play Pinkie Pie to get a good sound out of her is not the same as Sophie, right? Sophie is very much concentrated on that rich, deep, dark sound. Pinkie Pie, like there's already a lot of energy there, and so I don't need to really work on bringing it out as much. I mean, you know how the and also like if I try to bring out the low end, it's just gonna sound gritty. There's not much more capacity there, and on the high end, it's very much about taking that lively bounciness and not keeping it from hitting that point where it sounds really harsh, and more and having that more rounded, ringy sound. So yeah, slowly getting used to it. I think hopefully by tomorrow I'll have some maybe some more stuff for the stream. If not, next weekend, and got a little bit more progress done on the Discord server, so I might be able to have the Discord server online and available for people to actually hop into by the hopefully probably by next week, I'm guessing. There's a lot of sheet music that I have up. Oh, oh, it's the visuals of Frozen. So let's see. Oh, Discord tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I probably won't have it done by tomorrow unless I wake up in some sort of mood. But by next week. By next week. All right. I think at this point I'm just dawdling. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. It's been a really, really fun stream. And, hopefully I will see you all tomorrow at hopefully an earlier time. I don't want to start a Sunday stream at 2000 my time. That would be definitely something that we've done before, but not something that I like to do. Thank you for the stream. Of course. It's a pleasure. It's a lot of fun playing tonight. And also playing a lot of new interesting pieces too. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully see you all next time. Again, check out my coffee if you'd like to support me financially. Or if you'd like to see the custom arrangements, I'll have the I will at least have the what do you call it? The Big Blue. Is that Big Blue? Scores. Big Blue, yeah. Big Blue from F-Zero. Up by the end of tonight. But sorry, not by the end of tonight. Right after stream. That'll be as I'm going down the stream checklist. I will get that put up into the file server. So yeah. And again, probably said this again. Said sorry, but thank you for being here. And good night, sweet dreams. And if it's not good night for you, then good night eventually, and sweet dreams eventually. And have a good rest of the day until you hit that point. Ta-ta for now.